All right. My friend John asked me a question about how do you become more confident as an improviser. The absolute best way to become more confident as an improviser is to improvise as much as you can with a variety of people in a variety of circumstances in a variety of ways. Because I think the best way to do it is to do a whole lot of it. I know for me, I started improvising and I was doing it occasionally, and then I had the opportunity to do it more and more, and I became more confident. And you will have ebbs and flows. Sometimes you'll be feeling better as an improviser and as an artist than you are other times. But I think that improvising as much as you can is the best way to do that. So that's taking classes, that's going to improv jams, that's finding a team, group of people you want to play with, and either just getting together and just practicing, or if you're in a town that's an area that's big enough, creating an indie team, finding a coach and getting them to coach you and have them continuing to progress along. But the best way to do it is to continue to improvise. And I know, if you're involved in a theater and you're not getting opportunities to perform there, again, if you're in a bigger city, you're going to have lots of other places you can either take classes or do improv jams or see shows. But I think getting on stage as much as possible is the best way to do it. I think that classes are really important because it's going to teach you those skills. But I think taking those skills in front of an audience is really an important way to do it. Even if it's something informal, low stakes like a jam, I think that's a really good way to get out there and get on stage. So that's a great way to do it. And if for whatever reason you're not getting put on a team or you're just don't audition well, myself, I do not audition well either. So if that's something you're struggling with, like, oh, I can't really find a team, there are people that you've enjoyed working with in classes, or people that might be in the same boat as you that have struggled to get onto a team, and then get them as a group and get them together and start practicing, find a coach. And also for people who are, you're on a team and you feel like that team is doing one thing and you're kind of struggling, you're still lacking in confidence, finding that other indie team with, people that you really like to perform with, is great. Because a lot of times theaters are going to form teams, and theaters always do their very best to kind of create a good dynamic and find a group of people that works. But, improv is an art form. So sometimes, those parts just aren't going to work together super well. I was on a team with a whole bunch of improvisers that were all really funny improvisers, and we were a really bad team. We were never we never performed as well as we should have. On paper, people were like, "Oh, that's going to be a great team," and in practice, we were terrible. So finding those right people. So whether you're cast on a team and you're looking for more opportunities, go and seek those out. If you haven't been cast on a team, you know, go and find those opportunities to perform. But I think getting in front of an audience is really important, and taking classes as much as you can for different people and different points of view. Because I think finding those directors or teachers that really speak to you, I think, is important, and that's one of the things that's going to help to inspire you and get you to gain that confidence. Because sometimes we'll have coaches that people love, and for whatever reason they don't speak to you, and that's fine. You got to find your own thing. Every teacher has their own point of view. Every school has their own kind of philosophy. Every theater has their own kind of style. So finding the place that's right for you is going to be the best way to do it. And the other thing is maybe do something you're really scared of. I think that for me, being forced to sing, when I was first introduced to improvisation, I did short form comedy sports. Comedy Sports was a short form improvisational company, which what it taught me was you're going to have to do things on stage that you're bad at, like singing. Still not good at it. If I'm required to sing in a scene, I can do it. But I think it's a great thing to do, just to leap all in. Because if you're, oh, I feel nervous just being myself on stage, doing improvised music is a great way to kind of force you and really stretch you to do something else. Doing character work could potentially function that same way. For a lot of people, doing something like improvised Shakespeare, improvising, using the styles and themes of Shakespeare is a really good way to do that. I know for me, when I teach that workshop, it's less about teaching people to do that form necessarily, or just as much teaching them form as teaching them to do something. While this is scary and I'm going to do it anyway. So leap in. And if you really are struggling with that confidence on stage, the one thing I would also say that's really important is act really confident when you're on stage, because you're acting on there anyway. So try and play confident characters and see what that feels like. Oh, that doesn't feel full. Try and play characters that are exactly how you feel. Try and play characters that are scared and don't have confidence. Great, because then the thing is, the audience doesn't know that you're not acting, and that's fine. I tell my students all the time, if your body is telling you, "Oh wow, I feel really intimidated, I'm scared in the scene," great. The audience already saw your body do that. Use that information and play that scene instead of playing the scene that you think you should be in, or the scene that you want to be in, or that funny idea that you had the other day. Uh, Use what you've got. If you happen to trip falling on stage, congratulations, you're now a clumsy character. Great. If for some reason you're standing with your, hands on your hips and your chest puffed out, you're probably going to play a really confident character because that's a really confident feeling way to stand. So noticing those things that your body's doing, I think that the thing people often miss is trying to use their head to force themselves into the scene that they want to be in instead of noticing what their body's physically doing and using that information to play something that's already there. Your body doesn't lie to you. Your brain can lie to you all the time. We've all experienced that. But your body's going to tell you the truth. So if you're lacking confidence, spend a lot of time just noticing what you're doing. Walk on stage, take stock of how you're standing, play the scene how you feel. Or, even in your own, notice how you're standing in the kitchen. Notice how you're standing at work, how you're sitting at your desk. Or look at other people. Look around the office. Probably not that applicable at the particular moment, but look around the world. See how those people are standing. Just try on those clothes, as it were. See how it feels to stand like that person. See how it feels to walk like that person. Adopt something else. Because improvisation is acting. So it is an acting skill. So develop those kind of things to play different people. And as you learn to play different people and feel more comfortable doing other things on stage, a lot will come online. But a lot of it, that confidence part, a lot of it really does just take time. So if you really love to improvise and it's something that really you find fulfilling, you got to find a way to keep doing it. And you'll have those moments where like, oh, I feel great. No, I don't feel good. Oh, I feel great. I don't feel good. It's going to be a constant battle. I mean, I've been improvising for 25 years now. And I have days where I'm like, oh, great. This is easy. I love this. It feels wonderfully natural. I'm super relaxed. And other days where I'm full on imposter syndrome. How have I ever done this? Why do I belong on stage? No one should be paying attention to me. This is terrible. I'm awful, whatever. So everybody has those moments. But when you're looking to build yourself, build that confidence up, get on stage as much as you can. Find lots of different people to improvise with. Find teachers that really speak to you. And use what your body's telling you. So that's my basic jump in there, give your best shot, and hopefully that'll be a way to help you become more confident as an improviser. All right. Thank you very much for listening. I've been Michael Lewis with Empire Improv.